Hi, my name is Marcus Swail. I work at Equivet Ireland, part of the equine care group in Kildare, and I am head of the veterinary panel at the Monart Sale, which I administer along with my experienced colleagues. So Niall and I go back quite a while. Really, I've been the team vet at various stages for jumping and eventing going back to 2003, and when I started doing it in 2003, Niall was a part of the team at that stage, and we would have worked very closely together through the Athens Olympics in 2004. That was my first Olympics, and Niall was actually, I think maybe it was his birthday, but he was the flag bearer for the Irish Olympic team. I can remember at the Athens Olympics in 2004. And you know, I guess when you work closely with a guy in a high pressure environment, you come to trust each other. So we trusted each other from the beginning, and I guess Niall extended that trust to me to administer the veterinary panel for the Monart Sale since its inception. What's different about the Monart Sale? I mean, I think from its inception there has been a great authenticity about it. What do I mean by that? I think you have selectors in Bill, Sue, Niall and Polly who know what sport at the highest level looks like. They've been competitors themselves at that level. They know the attributes that are required in a horse to compete at that level, and they, you know, I think that they have brought that expertise to bear to their selection process over the years, and I think that has been well proven with a lot of the Monart graduates that have gone on to compete at a high level over the years. So we feel that in terms of the veterinary process at the Monart Sale, we feel, or I feel, that our job, I'm lucky to have a really good group of colleagues on the panel who I trust also as well, and we feel that our job is to give the potential customers as much good information as we can to help them to make a good decision. So what do I mean by that? There's a pre-purchase examination day where the horses are all examined, and they're examined by every single person on the panel is an experienced person that I trust. Where there are any issues arising, we always double up to make a combined decision, so that, and sometimes treble up to make a good decision again, so that the potential customer has all the information that we need. And every horse is presented with a set of x-rays which I've had a look through, and one of my colleagues at the practice has also had a look through, so those are available to the purchasers, veterinarians, to look at as well. I guess one of the aspects that has evolved over the years as I've been working in the profession is our ability to image, and I think that our ability to image has improved a lot, particularly with the onset of digital radiography in the last, I want to say 10 years, but it could be longer than that. And I think that in combination with our improved ability to image, there is an improved ability to be able to understand issues and to manage issues. So, you know, I think that one of the things that we'd always be conscious of at the sale is that different people have different risk tolerances, and you know, I think that there's a breadth of different horses offered. I think some of them will be what I might describe maybe as very low risk horses, where you know, everything is really very straightforward with them, and others may have a comment or a couple of comments on the x-rays that some people maybe will be a little uncomfortable with, but you know, other people it will fit their risk profile fine. So you know, I think that at the risk of repeating myself, I feel that our job is to present all the information to the potential customers so that they understand what they're bidding on and they can make a decision that's good for them. Why does Niall extend this confidence that I'm talking about to me? Well, I mean, I feel like it's partly because of our experience with working with each other at a high level in a high pressure environment. It's partly because we know each other a long time, and when you know someone and work with someone for a long time, you get a very good feeling for their personal standards and the standard of work that they do. And I think that we both have a breadth of experience, Niall, in running the sale now at this stage and understanding what works well and what doesn't work well, and me in running the veterinary panel for the sale, which in many ways is just an extension of what I do every day. So what do I mean by that? I mean, at Equivet, all we do is look at lame horses and pre-purchase exams and poor performance. So running the panel for the Monart Sale is not so different from what I've been doing all day, every day for a long number of years now at this stage. In terms of 3-year-olds, what are the challenges, and are there differences between a jumper and an eventer? I think if it was as easy as that, it's one of those things that maybe everybody would be doing it. But I think that there are some good jumpers that have actually come out of the Monart Sale, but as a generalisation, they are going to be a different model in that the eventer has the challenge of having to have supple, light, athletic movement, but having enough engine and enough endurance and stamina to be able to do the cross country, which isn't required by a show jumper, and also then the ability to be a show jumper on the 3rd day at the highest level, when there would be a hangover from fatigue on the cross country day. So they certainly, in theory anyway, are a different model, and that's where the experience of the panel comes in. They're selecting for eventers, but sometimes you end up with an odd show jumper sneaking in there as well.